So many people ask me what is the best way to migrate to Germany. And to begin with, there are several ways or various ways one can migrate to Germany. You can come to Germany as an au pair. You can come to Germany as a volunteer. You can come to Germany to study. You can come to Germany to basically study the German language. You can come to Germany to look for jobs. Recently, they introduced the Chancenkarte, which is the opportunity card where you can come to Germany for 1 year to look for jobs. Now, among all these, I find the education routes as the convenient, the easiest, and also the best way to actually migrate to Germany. So first of all, the preparation or applying for admission or the visa for education purposes, let's say for masters or for bachelors or PhD, is actually not really difficult compared to other visa types. And also the rate of rejection for student visas is actually low compared to other visa types. Now let me tell you a little bit story about the time I was coming to Germany. I went to the embassy and I also saw some other students. Actually, all the students there that day, we all got a visa, and majority of the people, over 50 people over there, they were rejected. So, and there was only one man, and this man, if I look at the car he was driving, and if I look at him in general, I can see that he's somebody who probably has so many businesses or maybe occupy a certain position in Ghana. So he's well to do, so it's actually easier for him to get a visa compared to all the other people who were there. So I think in terms of the visa preparation, getting the visa itself, coming to Germany as a student is actually the easiest way, right? Now, the second point, I think when you come to Germany, there are a lot of things that are subsidized for students. Now, currently, students pay only 29 euros per month for public transport compared to all other people. And if you're not a student, you pay 49 euros per month. And another thing is that insurance is much more cheaper for students if you are below the age of 30 years. And also, in terms of housing, if you're lucky and you get student housing, it's way cheaper. If you live in cities like in Munich and you have a student housing, you are so good to go. But if you are not a student, or if you don't get the student housing, then you have to pay way more. So in terms of settling in, the conveniency that comes with it, I think student visa or coming as a student gives you that edge to settle in, maybe more convenient or easier, right? Now this leads to my third point, which is the student years in Germany actually gives you or buy you the time to see whether Germany is for you. I can tell you Germany is not for everybody. A lot of people come to Germany and they leave, they go to other countries, they go to US, they go to Canada, or they go to countries that they think might fit their lifestyle, or maybe they might find it so easy to live there, right? So during your student years, you have that time to assess yourself whether Germany is for you or not. Maybe you don't like to stay here, maybe you're not getting the language along, which is hard for so many people, of course. And so that gives you the time to really think about your life, where you want to stay, where you want to live for some time. If you think Germany is not for you and you have to go back to your country, it's good. You can go back with maybe a master's degree, and that is good, right? So coming as a student is kind of like a preparation period for you to see the country, to learn things, and also to see whether the country is actually a place where you want to have family or you want to live your life, right? Now, another point is that a recent change in the law gives students the opportunity to change from being a student to having a work permit. So first, you could not change from being a student to work, full-time, but now they've changed the law in such that if you're a student, let's say you came here with a bachelor's in IT, which is the easiest to find a job, and let's say during your master period, maybe in the first semester or so, you get a job, you use your bachelor's degree, the IT degree, and you find a job, right? And so in this case, you don't have to finish the master's program. You can just quit the studies and then take on the job, and it's allowed now. Previously it wasn't allowed, now it is allowed. You can do that. And so I think these opportunities around the student visa, it's just the best way, right? So it kind of give you opportunities to to test other things, to do other things, right? You can change from student visa to so many things. If you find a full-time job and you have all the qualification for, let's say you studied for several years, you can qualify for other visa types. Now another point is that after your studies in Germany, you will be given 1.5 years to look for a job. So you're given 1 year 6 months to look for a job. And compared to the opportunity card, here is the case. So with the opportunity card, you come to Germany for 1 year and you have to find a job, right? If you don't get a job within that 1 year, you have to go back to your country. Now for students or people who complete their studies in Germany, you are given 1.5 years to look for a job. Now for me, technically this is not just 1.5 years. This is whatever the period you studied plus that 1.5. So let's say if you did your master's for 2 years plus that 1.5, because from the beginning or from the day you actually came to Germany to the point you graduate, or plus that 1.5, you have all this stretch of period to actually find a job, right? And so it's like, let's say 3.5 years. And if I know people who did their masters for 4 years, so these people have like 5.5 years to actually find a job. Now another point is that if you finish your studies in Germany and you find a job, those years you spend as a student actually counts towards German nationality. So recently they changed the law, which previously was 8 years to now 5 years, right? And I think some people can even get it for 3 years, provided you have certain requirements which they talk about. But let's say even 5 years, right? So if you studied your program, let's say 3 years, and then you get a job, you work for 2 years, these 3 years you spend in school actually counts. So it counts fully, not half. So basically you can actually add those years to the working period, and then you can get your 5 years, and then you get your language requirements, and then you are good to go. So these are all the benefits or the good things about having a student visa or coming to Germany as a student. For me, this is the best way. This is the convenient way. It gives you time, it gives you that edge to actually see whether Germany is good. If Germany is not good for you, you can actually move to other countries, which is much easier now. You have so much experience living abroad. You can find your way, the easiest way to actually migrate to other countries if you find it difficult living in Germany, right? And so this is my take. If I didn't mention something or I missed something, you can write in the comment section what you think are the best things about having the student visa or coming to Germany as a student, and also from your own point of view, what is the best way to come to Germany or to migrate to Germany, right? So let me know in the comment section what you think is the best way to come to Germany. For me, it's the student the education or the students roots. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in another one. Thank you. Bye.